You got the reckless 2-2 or 3-2 that plays hero, goes for the menu, and scares the living bejesus when you get thwacked at 30. But this is not the same level. This is the best player in Denmark at the moment, and each and every time they come to the UK, they do extremely, extremely well. And already Hope utilizing that menu. And I think the scary thing to find is going to be bounce, right? Once you're able to just completely neglect all of those projectiles, then it becomes a much, much easier matchup, because you can start running in if you want. You can just be like, you know what, I do not care for any of this. Like, look at that.
That's really
Even
smart.
the explosion itself is just like, okay, I do not care. I do not care for this.
I can appreciate some good hero gameplay. He knows a fair bit about this matchup. I will say those Snakes normals are incredible in their own right. It's not completely, you're not down the home stretch. Once bounces out, you still have to navigate around those insane buttons that Phoenix will have. Hope doing very well here though. Only 69% on the first stock, whilst taking Phoenix's first. And what can you do with this lead here? You want to sit back. You want to buff yourself. You want to get a bit more MP. You want to stay alive if you're Hope.
Yeah, and this was a real scary thing, because right at the start of that first stock, Hope lost a lot of MP very, very quickly, and is still fairly low on it as well. Oh my goodness, and thankfully the explosion there just getting Phoenix out of dodge, making sure that the up smash did not connect. That would have potentially killed in that situation. And another down tilt just to boot. A really deceptive range on that down tilt. One of Snake's better buttons in neutral.
For sure. Hard to deal with, even when the specials are off the table. Really strong character. Look at that down air. Frame 3, killing, lingering, well, multi-hit move. What on earth? Like, here is so funny, man.
I was going to say, there are some very, very strange interactions here. The one thing that I do think Hope needs to be a bit careful of is that we've seen in previous sets as well, sometimes they just kind of, I feel like they go for menu anticipating a person retreating, but when they don't retreat and they just stand there, they literally run up to you, they're right up in your face, and they're like, let me choose my nice little menu. Let me do some reading, and you just eat a meaty punish for it. But this is really getting scary for Hope here, because even though these trades are going to be working out very slightly in the favor of Hope, Snake with a lot of rage can kill ridiculously early when he wants to.
Yeah, this damage is just racking up here. Another down air, just unfortunately not finding the mark. But once again, Phoenix survives. He really has made use of the survivability on Snake. But you're not surviving that one, mate. Get out of there.
So good. And I love the use of Zoom just to stall out the respawn invincibility. And this is where things can get a little bit spicy for Phoenix. If he lets it happen that way, you can take a lot of percent. That's the thing with Hero, is that some of Hero's moves have got some, quite frankly, disgusting damage output, and you can take a lot from even just a 1-2 piece here. And the thing is that if Hope is living till 130, 140, 150 every single time, then suddenly it's really, really detrimental, because if you get those 2-3 hits, suddenly you're at a massive deficit.
Absolutely. Like, Hope isn't necessarily at risk of dying here. Like, no down throw up tilt online. C4 are going to be avoided. Kaboom! So much damage. It's just going to keep... Hope's just going to keep racking this damage up, man. A lot of damage coming out here.
I've really got to commend Hope for their almost evasiveness in this entire set. It felt like for the last 30 seconds, Hope was playing a bullet hell and was doing a ridiculously good job. A no damage run all the way through the C4s and all the grenades in between, finally eating it back about 160%. But again, when you're living that far, you've got so much life left in you in this game one.
Absolutely. So much mana at his disposal. Well, he has a lot of toys to play with. Gonna select bounce here. Phoenix really desperate for a kill here, going for the Hail Mary for there.
I mean, you've got to do it, but also
push this to the max. A lot of damage coming out here.
Just going for it all.
Oh, hang on, there's the sticky.
Yeah, this is getting really, really scary now for Hope. Thankfully, Phoenix managing to get the shield out just in time. And folks, are we calling this a comeback? Are we calling this a comeback?
We are. Oh my God.
It's a comeback, friends. It is a comeback as Phoenix pulls out an excellent way to force themselves into 101 the leaderboard.
correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Hope had like nothing on his last stock like 10 seconds ago, and then he just died. Phoenix, incredible rising from the ashes, man. For when all hope seemed lost, Phoenix took that game. Insane comeback from the lad.
And to be quite frank, in that last little bit, Hope did seem lost, right? He really just, even though, again, we mentioned it earlier on in the longer Maze Bean set, it felt like Hope was doing a really good job at just not getting hit for a while, but there was no, like, they weren't the closer. They couldn't close it out. And then Phoenix slowly but surely managed to get the odd hit here and there, and then suddenly they're all the way back into this. And that's a really terrifying prospect, right? The idea that even if you're doing all of this damage and you've got such a hefty lead, that you can just let it go in an instant.
Yeah, Snake just has that raw kill power. Some people say the Snake's not a combat character, but when Phoenix is at the helm, you can do anything with Snake. I feel like Snake is one of those characters which does so well when they do know the matchup. It loses very few matchups when it's being played right. And the longer this set goes on, the more Phoenix learns about Hero, the better he does. Still though, bounce is always going to be a strong option. Up tilt always going to be a very good way to end stocks if you're catching those landings like that.
And we've got the Umph and bounce. Well, Umph and I think it's now just Umph there, excuse me. Getting my spells mixed up there, but a 42%. This is the thing about Hero, is that you can, you know, one hit and one grenade, and you took 40%. And Hero can kill ridiculously early. Do not get it twisted. However, this is something that we've seen in other sets with Hope, is that Hope can get, to put it nicely, a little bit optimistic with these forward smashes. Sometimes it does just, oh my God, a very strange set. You can see Phoenix rolling his eyes in the player cam, just there, just being like, oh no, wait, hang on. Wrong way. Whoopsies. Bless him.
Oh yeah, the Hero Shield.
Yeah, we can just see, it just feels a little bit like there's a little bit of scrambling going on. I feel as if they both recognize that this is quite a crucial point. Oh my goodness, the spot dodge after the jab. Oh, what a beautiful little mix-up there from Hope. Just going for jab 1-2, dropping through after the third, and then getting the up smash. But they need to be a little bit more aware of that C4 and the snooze. But what a mash.
There's less, oh my God, the sizzle out of nowhere. There's less knockback on when you're in the air. Otherwise, you're just toast. It's, yeah, funny stuff. The second time that there's been a really funny Kaboom interaction with the grenade, sort of blocking Phoenix from any danger, and that allowed him to win the first game. It saved him from dying earlier on, but he's gonna have to pull off another insane comeback if he's gonna bring this one back. Be careful.
Oh, and there it is. Yeah, you get the up throw. I believe it's I forget which spell it is. It's either Umph or Psycho, but one of them really like makes your throws a lot beefier, and it's really scary because also for the most part, unless they've got like Umph or Psycho or Acceleratle, Hero doesn't get too much off of throws, particularly at those kill percents.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where you've been shielding a lot, and you've been shielding a lot, and you've been anticipating the sword swings, the projectiles, and this and that and the other, and your grenades coming back at you, and you're holding shield a lot, and then suddenly it's in that last moment where you're like, oh, I can't shield. Oh, like you've been almost conditioned because of the matchup itself to hold shield.
Yeah. And
that's when Hope strikes with the up throw.
Exactly. And even when you're aware of the situation, you know, oh, I can't get grabbed. You also just can't get hit by a stray arrow, because those are strong as well. It's a very scary situation, and it's why you just can't allow Hero to get buffed up like that. Maybe you don't even need anything. 0 to 99, no buffs needed, man.
And the spot dodge by the way, into down smash, tale as old as time. We have all been there. We all love it. And it's nice to see it's still got some use. But when you are playing as hot as Hope is, this is a real hefty comeback for Phoenix. And what an answer back as well. It really felt like at the end of that game one that Phoenix was just sort of grabbed the momentum and was really determined to keep hold of it. And yet it feels right now that Hope just went, okay, you know, game 2 was a little close. Game 3, however, this is mine. And I'm going to win, and I'm going to win decisively, and I'm going to make you feel a little bit foolish here and there. Ooh, and just a little bit more damage. I genuinely thought we were going to see Kaklang. I would have clicked it. I thought it said kaboom. And I would have looked like a right idiot. But thankfully, Hope, knowing their character a lot better than mine, and the reflector grenade nearly killing Snake. There are just shenanigans going on right now, Focus. It's a very, very entertaining set.
I didn't realize that the C4 like isn't affected by bounce.
Do you know what else isn't that I noticed earlier on? Cypher.
Oh, yeah.
Cypher's not reflected by bounce, and it's really, really weird because I'm like, I mean, it would also be the weirdest interaction to see the Cypher drop back down towards Snake, but also this is a very decisive game 3 at the moment. 3 stocks to 1.
Yeah, you gotta get the stock off here, Phoenix. But how would you do it when you can't even use Nikita like that? Because there's bounce at the disposal, my friend. Can't get a kill from the F tilt cross stage. Down for up tilt is a threat. Doing a little around the world here is Nikita. But Hope is still surviving on this first stock. I haven't been able to see any of Phoenix's set play this set just because of bounce. Negating any grenade play, any Nikita play. Oh my god, you might just die here. No bang for your buck here.
Oh my goodness, pixels away from getting the down air and the 3 stock to boot as well.
Okay,
oh, no.
I see.
Here we go, here we go.
You're probably wondering how we ended up in this
Boom,
situation.
there you go. And again, excellent awareness from Phoenix as well. It's really, really tempting to just charge a smash attack, but I feel sometimes if you charge it right at the start of the Kaklang, it will still be there when the move finally releases. So I love the fact that Phoenix was just like, I know I can kill with this, and you can react with a move as quick as up tilt. So excellent, excellent awareness.
Mountain to climb here, though. 2 stocks down, you're already at kill percent against a buffed hero, might I add. A buffed hero which you can't even use your grenades against. Very scary stuff here. Psyched up and ready to end this stock is Hope. And it feels like it's only a matter of time before Hope actually gets this hit off. It's not going to go away until the lad loses his... Okay, he does swing a bit too early and does lose his psych up.
Yeah,
but he's doing so well at this stage.
Yeah, we can just see Hope is really content to not approach Snake in any meaningful way. Just very much happy to stay on the other side because ultimately it's a very, very small benefit, but that MP is still going to be ticking over and over and over, and you're going to slowly be able to do a little bit more. And, you know, as a great commentator once said, the onus is on the person losing to approach. So Hope is definitely going to have to, well, that's the thing. Hope doesn't really have to do anything.
This win will come to him eventually, as long as he doesn't overextend. A little greedy, a little desperate to get off ledge, eats an up tilt for his troubles. But he's content to take his time. And this is always going to work out for Hope. You can always just sit back, get buffed up. This is scary. What does Phoenix do here? And he can't do anything. He gets grabbed, he gets up thrown. The psyched up throw will take it once again.
Again, it's just... It's a 2 for 2 success rate on that up throw, that psych up throw. Just, again, particularly in a matchup like this where there are projectiles flying all over the shop, and bar these really particular situations, shield is your best friend. And it's the fact that, honestly, Hope isn't even really going for grabs outside of those situations. And it's really, really interesting to see. And the fact that it feels like it just slips out of Phoenix's mind the moment when he really needed to keep it there. But of course, Phoenix has got a lot of energy in the tank. I feel like this whole set has very much been in Hope's favor. Phoenix has shown the potential to be able to do it, but it definitely feels as if, particularly after that game 1, Hope is definitely dictating the pace of the game. And that's a really scary thing, in particular when you're playing Snake, who is one of those characters who has such a unique toolkit that 9 times out of 10, you play to Snake's game plan. You have to. You can't afford not to. And your whole thing is to just try and do it. But I'm saying this, and it feels like Phoenix has just slightly refined that game plan and has got one hell of a lead at the moment, Focus.
Yeah, already. He's starting to play his own game at this stage. I hardly touched on this first stock. Able to use the right tools in his kit, abusing, oh my god, Hope abusing that explosive recovery of Snake here, down air on the Cypher, just exploding there.
Yeah, and just so, that's the thing as well, it's like all these moments where Phoenix has these like shining few seconds of brilliance, Hope just brings it crashing down each and every time. It feels like almost Phoenix gets to hold the momentum for about 5 seconds, and then Hope is like, okay, my turn again. Like, Hope is not willing to share the momentum. It's like a greedy child on Christmas morning saying, nope, it's my turn, and no matter how much Phoenix tries, Hope is not letting go.
Yeah, you need to seize control of this game in order to secure the set. Like, Phoenix doing very well when he does actually get a hit in, like 116% from what felt like just like sort of one continuous advantage state. Zoom, Nikita, not gonna like ending it early. I guess you can't really cover the whole stage of that with that move. This is scary. Okay, I want to see how Phoenix sort of actually uses the specials when Bounce isn't active. I guess at this point, because Hope doesn't have that much mana, he doesn't have time to buff himself. And now it's a really interesting dynamic here.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's interesting to see the fact that Hope has now got to, play the bullet hell, but in the same vein, it also doesn't have the MP to make anything work from it. So it's a really, really interesting thing here where almost Hope really does have to approach. Otherwise, the game state is just going to go more and more in Phoenix's favor.
Absolutely. Very scary stuff here. Don't want to be off stage here against Hero. Hope has shown how strong he is. When he gets a hit in, oh my lord, it is very, very scary here. But somehow both players escape with their lives intact. Hope looking for something disgusting. Phoenix breaking his ankles with the empty land up tilt. And it's a very smart mix up there because like the Tomahawk grab is also at play there, which leads to up tilt itself. And catch jump instead.
Yeah, almost being instead of that 1 step, just that 2 steps ahead, anticipating that Hope was going to let go of shield, anticipating that mix-up, and then just being that next step ahead. And this is where things get really, really scary. It feels as if Hope is just stuck in the explosive jungle that Snake is setting up. And again, we saw something similar in the game 1 where it's just more and more %, and it feels like, you know what, actually, this is my time, and I'm bringing this to a game 5. I've still got gas in the tank, and I'm beginning to figure things out, and what a time to do it.
Really good stuff from Phoenix there. Really able to exploit Hope when the mana was low. He wasn't able to get Bounce. And you can see when Phoenix is not limited by that move, he's doing so well with the grenade play that he has, the movement he has afforded to him. He's making the most of it when he has the opportunity, and it's allowed him to take things to game 5. With PS2, we've got a wider stage here, so maybe Hope has more opportunity to sit back, get buffed, and sort of rack up damage, rack up buffs. It really seems to be working out. However, being very, very liberal with his mana usage here, and now this is Phoenix's time to sort of apply pressure. I want to see him just make the most of it. Oh my lord.
It doesn't
unlucky, my friend.
Matter what kind of pressure you can apply when RNG is on your side, and there is no mana needed in that situation. And we have still not seen a single point of % on Hope right now. And this is one of the most entertaining things about Hope, is that when he's feeling himself, his options get so aggressive, and he lets Lady Luck decide the fate of some of these outcomes. And it's really, really entertaining to watch, but it's also so scary for Phoenix, because now you got to deal with sensible Hope, and then you got to deal with confident Hope. And they are two different beasts, and they are both terrifying in equal measure. Just running in with the dash attack.
Exactly, like it's crackhead options from the guy. Just like he knows that Phoenix is completely terrified, and he has the liberty to just go up and do whatever he fancies. I saw Kamikaze and I was fearing the worst. I don't know why.
No, but that's the thing, and maybe even Phoenix was terrified of that option as well, because at this point now, when you've got a hero player that is willing to roll the dice, that has got such a lead, that yeah, maybe Kamikaze was the option going through his head. And we've got, a very, very slight slowdown here, and just trying to get anything started. Look at all this empty pressure that Hope is putting on. And even though Hope is low on MP, that does not stop this sort of level of aggression that Hope is really charging at Phoenix with.
Yeah, he is genuinely just going at Phoenix and making Phoenix scared here. Surely you show some sort of fear when you're at kill %. However, both players sort of willing to scrap, even though they both could die.
Wow.
Wow.
Just the trade. The forward tilt would have killed, but then the grenade, it's almost that element of disrespect. It's almost that element of like, actually, you know what? I'm going to use your tool this time. And Hope on the verge of a 3-stock. This is very, very similar to games that we have seen thus far, but it feels as if Hope is almost just... Hope's ready to carry on through to get into losers quarterfinals, a guaranteed 5th place, and is just at the moment just cleaning up the mess and is finishing the mission. But again, Phoenix has shown what he can do in beautiful moments, but we're going to need more than a moment for this to happen.
Yeah, we need game 1 3 times in a row, it feels like, in order for him to bring this back. He is already at kill percent. Hope still so healthy. He's living, he's chilling on his final stock. Phoenix really needs something. How is a character living to 175% against Snake? Just get a grab. Oh no, that's incredible tech. He's still staying alive. He is playing like his life depends on it. And it really does. He's shimmying around the crawl forward, the crawl back, the dash attack with punish. Maybe you can't count the lad out.
But now, unfortunately, you've got to deal with this barrage of MP-fueled nightmares that Hope is going to be going for a bit of bounce just for good measure. We got the Acceleratle. Are we going to see some shenanigans off the top? Not quite. Again, Phoenix, very, very evasive player. Despite, you know, Snake's limited mobility at times, does a really, really good job at not just folding, using every little moment to just weave around this horrendous nightmare of an obstacle course that Hope is going for. But again, this
Grab's
is
online,
such...
by the way. Grab's online. You can see he's looking for grab.
And just holding grenade and just getting out of dodge completely. But yeah, this is the thing, and the oomph.
Double buffed up.
Yeah, it's just terrifying. The roll behind. We nearly had that though.
Oh
And
my lord.
The extension on the hitbox, and a hug between these two. Another hot set as Phoenix bows out at 7th place, surpassing expectations and doing an excellent job getting top 8 here. But Hope going to be continuing, hoping to go that little bit further than he did at Tea Party 2.
Yeah, he was out at 5th last time. He's already met that previous placement. One win away from beating that. It's going to be hard though. He's got either Longo or Bloom. I'm not too sure on the bracket. It's going to be a hard one. 100% doable though.